At this point, we've looked at how to create conditions for statements like if else, while, and do while using simple conditions, such as a counter being less than 10 or a value being not equal to a sentinel. And simple conditions are expressed in terms of our relational operators that we've looked at, such as greater than, less than equal to, etc. The equality operators using the double equals or not equals also help us make these simple conditions. When we make these, each expression tests only one condition for a true or false value. To test multiple conditions in the process of making a decision, we perform these tests on separate statements in sometimes creating nested if or if else statements, but there's a better way to write these, and we call these compound conditional statements. And to write compound conditional statements, we have two logical operators, logical AND, which is represented by writing two ampersands in a row, and logical OR, which is by writing two pipe symbols in a row. With a conditional AND statement, we have two of our logical conditions that we're used to seeing. In this case, if a course value is equal to math, and if a grade is greater than 80. In a conditional AND case, both sides of this condition must be true in order for the entire if statement to evaluate to true. In a conditional OR statement, one side or the other can evaluate to true in order for the entire if statement to be evaluated to true. So where we've set grade to be 85 and the course to be math, we can set a breakpoint and watch how the logic flows through our program. So the course being equal to math and the grade being greater than 80, we can see that this is evaluated to true and the right line statement is processed. The next statement, which asks if the course is equal to science and the grade equal to or greater than 80, we can see that that's not true because both sides of the equation were not true. Grade greater than 80 is true, and we can see that evaluation by putting our mouse over, but course equaling science is not true. Coming down to our OR statements, if course is equal to math or the grade is greater than 80, then the statement becomes true. In an OR condition, we only need one of the evaluations to be true in order for the entire statement to be true. Likewise, course equals science, which we know to be false, and grade greater than 80, which we know to be true, still produces a true outcome. These complex logical statements can be compounded even further to ask more complicated questions in our if statements. For example, by segregating out conditions using parentheses, we can add in multiple types of compound statements to get specific about the true or false evaluation we need to achieve. So in this case, we're asking if the course is equal to science, or we have a whole nother condition over here using the conditional AND. So if grade is greater than 80 and the student type is honors, then this would still evaluate to true. Since these two statements are grouped into one set of parentheses, they will be evaluated as a whole unit. So we can see, setting the student type to honors and running our program, course equals science is not true, but our grade is greater than 80 and our student type is honors, so this if statement still becomes true because those two statements are evaluated as one, and in an OR condition, only one side of the evaluation has to be true. So it lends itself to say that complex logic errors can occur when we don't think about the outcomes of our compound statements. So make sure to take special care with the logic that you're using or creating in your C# programs by using these logical compound statements of OR and AND.